producing a series on birth trauma, and this is the first in the series. I'm providing you at the beginning of these series with some exercises to reduce anxiety, stress responses in your body, panic attacks. What I'm about to demonstrate and show you how to do, that you will integrate that into your own world so that it becomes part of the neural pathways in your brain, a familiarity in your system, not just with anxiety or panic or stress responses, but also with helpful things to bring those things, those responses, into a place where you're more in control of them. And that's a really important thing. A lot of people who experience birth as traumatic are new to these excessive amounts and quantity of symptoms in their system, and so it's very, very helpful for you to have something to help you to bring that right back down again, and that you're in control in the moment almost immediately. So I'm suggesting that you do it frequently, maybe 3-4 times a day, until your system knows it. You can use each part individually. There are 4 parts, and I place them in a sequence when I've been teaching this over the past, 9 years, and the report back is from the people who use them, that they're very, very helpful, and that they have the capacity to bring themselves right back into a place where they're feeling in control. So that's my hope for you. The first part works because when you have an adrenaline response in your body, when you flash into a panic attack, or when there's a slow rise of anxiety in your body, that there's an adrenaline response that creates that knot or tightness in your chest, or just a sense of wanting to get up and leave a room or whatever. And when that happens, your muscles are just literally soaked through. The adrenaline response happens in another part of your body and in your mind, and then it sends a huge equipment area to your muscles so that you can do a flight or fight response and make up your mind in those moments to do that. And unfortunately, when that's set into your system and you don't really need to be in flight or fight, that's a very uncomfortable sensation. And so you start the exercise by just reminding your body that you don't need this. And you start by just consecutively tightening all the muscles from the bottom of your toes right up to your head. So I'll show you how to do that in a second, but you just literally tighten each part until even your facial muscles are tight. And at that stage, you're going to count slowly in 10, 9, 8, all the way back to 1, and then just release all those muscles, and then just give your body a little bit of a shake. After that, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things at once, and we're not really that good at doing 3 things at once. So this is something that I've said before, you have to practice, but it's really good. All the parts make sense individually. You can do all the parts individually, in the sense that if you're with people or on a bus or at your desk at work, or if these things are happening and you don't have in that moment the capacity to do all 3 at once, you can pick any one, and any one should help you to bring down that anxiety or stress response in your body. So we're going to start at the top, so I remember it, by head, and then lungs, and then knees. And the knees part is about the tapping exercise, so I'm going to start there, but it doesn't just have to be, you can hear me tapping now, on your knees. It can be anywhere really that you tap. You can tap on your collarbones, you can tap across your arms, you can tap across your arms and just do it like that. You can do it in a very inconspicuous way. When I bounce awake in the middle of the night and find it hard to get back to sleep, I would just do it with my fingers, and maybe just lie over and wait until that sense of just tapping allows my mind to settle and my body to settle, and I go back into sleep again. So you're going to make this your own, and basically you tap. And when you start tapping, you're starting a sequence that lasts for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes you're going to do the 10-second squeeze again, and then you're going to do this part again, and that lasts for 2 minutes, and then you do the 10-second squeeze again. So when you're tapping, you're helping your body to relax. And it doesn't necessarily feel like that immediately. There's a lot of evidence around this. I have a blog. You can look at the blog, and the blog will give you a lot more interesting parts on the science behind this. But at the moment you're just tapping, and by tapping you're creating calmer space in your brain, calmer space in your body. You add in another part to that, and that's breath. When you're doing that, you're reminding the vagal nerve that sends the adrenaline around your body that you actually don't need to be adrenalized at the moment, and help it to think a little bit consecutively along with everything else. You're helping that vagal nerve to realize that it doesn't need to be sending this response into your body. And so you breath in and down through your lungs. Push at the end, and then continue to breathe like that. So the other part is almost the most important part. When you're worried about something, when you're concerned, when you feel anxious, there's lots of reasons in your mind for being anxious. Sometimes just pure fear of going out the door, fear that something might be happening with the baby. Those kind of feelings can be in your mind, and mostly there's no logical reason for them to be there. So it's important to put something while you're doing these exercises into your mind, into the very center of your mind, that calms down that response in your system. And when you're doing that, it has to be simple. It can't be anything that the brain or the mind can argue with. So you're putting in things like the alphabet or numbers, anything at all that you've known since you were a tiny dot yourself. And just by doing that, you're giving the mind a place where it can have a little bit of a rest from this process as well. And you keep doing that, and you keep breathing, and you keep tapping for 2 minutes, and then you do that 10-second squeeze again. So the 10-second squeeze starts at your toes. You can't see me, but my calves are tightening, knees, thighs, your gluteal muscle, your pelvic muscles, your tummy muscles, your arms, right up into your chest, across your back, from the lower back right up to the shoulder blades, holding your neck and shoulder blades tight, and then squeezing all the muscles in your face as tight as you can, and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just give that all away, shake out, and then start again with tapping and breathing. And putting something calm into your mind. So I'm seeing the alphabet. I'm seeing an A and a B in a different colour, and a C and a D. And I keep doing that for 2 full minutes. 10-second squeeze again from toes to head, hold, and then release that and let it go. Okay, I hope you have fun. Do it lots of times, 3-4 times every day until it's in your system, and then when you need it, in a moment when you don't think that you're going to, you have it there, it's ready. Your neural pathways know what you're doing. As soon as you start, you're bringing down anxiety, you're helping a panic attack stop, and so on. And if you would like notifications, please just subscribe to the channel. Just hit the notification button, and you will continue as I produce these small, short, pith videos to be able to have some notification of that, and hopefully be able to gain some understanding and some perspective on your own experiences or those close to you. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.